Hey y'all, it's TamikiaTT. I know it's been a while. I swear I've been trying to go live for I don't know how many weeks. It's just been crazy. I've been tired. It's just been a lot going on. But if you're here watching, thanks for hanging out with me. Um, Baby G wants to ham it up for the camera apparently. So let's give him his moment. Come here, baby. No, 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 no. Let's give him his moment. For a few moments. You want to ham it up for the camera? Let's say hello to the people. To give the people a little bit of chance to come in. Don't mind me. I know I'm always doing an impromptu live. So I don't know what folks are doing. Happy belated Mother's Day, happy belated Father's Day, happy belated Juneteenth. A lot is going on since the last time I was in here, so we'll see how it goes. I just wanted to come in and just catch you guys up. I haven't abandoned you. Also, I wanted to say that I am getting close. Hey, Phoebe. Hey, I am getting close to editing videos again. So there will be some year-old videos that will be posted to my channel. I'm sorry if they're old and you're not interested in it. You don't have to watch it, but those videos are part of my journey. I just haven't had the opportunity. And plus, those who find the channel later and maybe want to play catch up, I just want to make sure those videos get in some chronological order. So a lot has transpired in the last year. Basically, I have a couple of videos queued up. It's like right before my birthday last year. So no, baby. um, so um, so that's kind of where I left off. I don't have a lot of videos, but I do need to get through them. So it's just a lot. It's just a lot. It's just a lot. I went. Um, thanks, Phoebe. Thanks, Phoebe. It's been a lot, and I haven't had the energy, and I think those of you who follow me on Instagram know that my niece passed away in November, about 3 weeks after Baby G's birthday. So that has gotten me down. Then I did a 9-week stint with no sitter whatsoever, which meant Baby G was home with me, no help. I'm still working for 9 straight weeks. So that was hard. I all but pulled out all of my hair. So you know, I don't know what else to say other than it's been a lot going on over here. I've not been great emotionally. I've obviously been eating and I've just been trying. I've literally been keeping my head above water, making a way when I can. Okay, because it's just been a lot. It's just been a lot, and not being in a good place emotionally. I diagnosed myself as functionally depressed during that time. I don't believe I'm cured from it just yet. I just it's just been a lot, and I'm trying my best. This past week I finally got back around to doing some exercise, so I'm in a better place. Baby G has been back with the sitter. This will be his seventh week back since that 9-week stint. And even after that 9-week stint, I think the first 4 weeks, he wasn't even there a full week. You know, she had one day off or one thing or another. And then this past week she was on vacation, so he was home with me this whole past week. So I'm trying to get my life, y'all. I really am trying to get my life. I got a bunch of doctor's appointments I need to make. I gotta get an appointment with a new GYN. I need to make an appointment with the new RE. I need to drop some weight. I need to get a mammogram, a pap smear. I need to get a whole run of things. I'm trying to drop some weight. I tried. You're gonna see some of the older videos that I've already filmed that I tried to start weight my like weight loss is a head game for real. So I I wasn't in it. I really just couldn't do it. I had to just stop. Like the scale was stressing me out. Trying to stay on my meals, all of that was stressing me out. Come on, baby G. She's always just getting into something. And this is why mommy takes this kind of stuff from you. This is a solid perfume, which is just another way of saying it's a perfume fragrance, sort of like shea butter that you can put on yourself instead of spritzing perfume. And so I got a bunch of these laying around here because I sell them. And he manages to find them. He unscrews the top and gets in them and makes a whole mess. So no baby. I don't know how many people are in here because I'm not watching. I guess it's just set up. But Phoebe, I'm good. Don't kick over the tripod. Don't do that. That's not nice. He is a handful. 20 months and a week. 20 months and 10, 13 days. Hey, silly mommy for life. Hey, girl. I know it's been a while. I'm trying to get back at. Don't push the. You want to get embarrassed on live? Then don't kick the tripod, y'all. This is what I've been dealing with. Hi, Jordan. How are you? He's talkative too, and he hams it up to the camera. So, I'm about to let him down. I just had to take this from him because he was about to make a mess. Ooh, girl. So, silly mama. I was just saying before you got in here that I've got a year of videos that I need to edit and we'll be posting. So there's some old stuff that just hasn't posted. I know it's a year old, but I'm gonna post it anyway because it's part of the journey and there's some pretty important things in some of these videos, some things that I go through as a single mom. It's not all peaches and cream over here. So we just all trying our best, right? We just all trying our best. Are you gonna talk the whole time or are you gonna let mommy talk? You gonna let mommy talk? You wanna talk, huh? What do you have to say? What do you have to say to the people? Nothing? No? You wanna sing? You wanna pull a curtain? It smells like you it smells like you pooped again. So it doesn't look like I'm gonna be here that long. I literally just changed his diaper before we got into this. We've done some introduction to the potty as well. Come on. Too much. And I got him to pee in the potty one time. Have not got him to go in the potty anymore after that. I'll admit I've not been the most consistent. I really was just trying to see how he took to it. He's not afraid of the potty or anything like that. He just doesn't like to sit. No, baby. Okay, you're gonna have to get down now. Okay, go on, get down. You're being a little extra, and I need you to get down. There you go. I think he just really doesn't want to sit because it smells like he pooped. So I'm gonna have to change him at some point. At any rate, I hope everybody is doing. No. Don't touch. Mommy said don't touch. Find somewhere to be. I'm telling y'all. It's a regular show around here. It's a regular show. So yeah, I'm just trying to get back into it, trying to get back into the swing of things. I've been, you know, I even stopped taking my supplements. No, no, no. Y'all about to hear some crying, y'all, because I got a very defiant toddler who's about to be punished. No, out of your mouth. Sorry. And he's not going to like it because no, no. I said no. I said no. He's very mean to mommy. He hits me. He acts out. And I'm just trying my best to keep it together. Just trying my best to keep it together. So hopefully everybody out here is doing okay. I know the world is starting to open back up and all of that goodness. I am just trying to hang in there. Work has been very busy. As I mentioned earlier, we had a stint where I didn't have a sitter for 9 weeks. The reason why I didn't have, I don't even know, did I explain this the last time I was on live? I think I did. But basically, my sitter had a surgery. She's supposed to be out for 2 weeks. She had a complication from, it was an outpatient surgery. She was home the same day. Surgery went fine, but she had a complication from, I think, the breathing tube. And she ended up back in the hospital, admitted for a few days, came back out. Everything seemed to be fine. A week later, tested positive for the vid. And then a week later was back in the hospital. It was just one thing after another, after another, after another. And 9 weeks, no. So that's been stressful. The house was a mess. I get anxiety when I can't see my floor, especially in the living room because that's pretty much where I live. And I can only take so much chaos before I need it straightened up. Like there's something about a freshly vacuumed carpet that feels really good and safe to me. I don't know about y'all, but even if nothing else is in place, a freshly vacuumed floor or a clean swept mopped floor does a whole lot for me. So yeah, so that wasn't going on because I didn't have the energy. I was tired all the time. I wasn't sleeping well. He was on 1000 and work was incredibly busy, and I'm trying to keep up with that and trying to keep him quiet during meetings. And I mean, it just got to a point where the coworkers and customers alike were basically saying hi to him whenever I was in a meeting. That's how bad it was getting. So, hey, Shar. Hey, lady, how you doing? So, yeah, I mean, I don't really have any like updates other than to say I'm still around. I've been peeking around, trying to watch some YouTube here and there. I pop in and out of Instagram. I've not really been much on social media just because, like I said earlier, emotionally, I've not been great. I consider myself functionally depressed, and I'm still there. I see my therapist and all of that great stuff, but there's only so much somebody can do when you're grieving. You just kind of have to find your way through it. And so my grief process is not going the way I expected it to. I thought I would be better about this, but there are just so many reminders around here, reminders like in the TV shows that I watch about my niece, and those reminders like don't help. Her birthday was recently on the 15th. So if you follow me on Instagram, you'll see I posted about that. So I mean, I'm here. Some of you, some ladies have been in the DMs, have asked if I've been okay. I do reach back. I have also been helping a few ladies as well. So I've not completely disappeared, but I do feel like I've given a lot of myself and probably a bit to my detriment, and that's not anybody's fault. I don't want anybody to like feel guilty. If you ask me a question, I responded back. It's not really anybody's fault but mine. But you know, this community is hard. Having friends in this community who, you know, are actively trying and, you know, go through disappointments and you want to be there to support them, and then you, baby G's messing with the lighting. Thank you, baby G. But no thank you. Come from up under the tripod. So you know, it's just kind of, it's hard and it's draining. And another friend of mine said I give too much of myself. And I probably do. And she said, even with her, you do too much. You know, you got your own stuff going on. You got to take some time for yourself. And I'm very bad at that. And I, you know, sometimes when friends call me, people don't always know what I'm going through. And I don't want to be the Debbie Downer, so I don't say anything, right? But you know, they're calling me because they want to vent about their issues, and I just want to be the good friend who listens and gives advice and helps. But I do often sometimes feel like I don't have, I'm not gonna say I don't have the people to vent to. It's just not my style. Like I don't go seeking people to vent to all the time. And so eh, I'm I retreat. Basically, I retreat under my rock in my bubble. And for the people who come and knock on my rock occasionally, I appreciate you. So because I need that for people to come knock on my rock. Uh, and yeah, so I just, you know, it's not that I haven't experienced loss ever. Um, I just feel like the last time I reacted or I grieved a loss this difficult was another sort of tragic, preventable kind of loss. Now, I've never said what exactly happened to my niece. The family has not expressed that publicly, so I'm not gonna do that. So it's just, let's just say it's tragic and it was preventable. And I think that's why this grief is hitting me a bit harder, because it was a preventable kind of thing. Other decisions could have been made and she would still be here. So it's not, it is what it is. And to add to that, there's been some drama on, you know, her daughter's father side of things. So I've kind of lost sort of communication with her daughter, who is here down here with her, and so that feels like a second loss as well. And even when I do talk to her, it feels like she doesn't really want to talk to me. And I don't know what's going on over there. I know that there was some beef, you know, like around my niece's services and stuff. So it might have something to do with that. It's incredibly petty. But again, I don't know exactly what's being said over there. Hold on, let me cameras sideways. I'm like trying to charge the phone. I'm trying to do everything and all of that at the same time. So so that kind of really feels like two losses. And thank you, Phoebe. Thank you. So it's just, it's a lot. It's a lot. And you know, I diagnosed myself functionally depressed because I would literally be hysterically crying, and then just like that, got to turn it on for a customer meeting. They don't want to hear some sobbing, you know, chick on the other end. They want their work done. You know what I mean? So I knew for a fact that I was essentially putting on a show, you know what I mean, for the people at work. And that wasn't how I was feeling. I can laugh, I can joke, and I can act like nothing's wrong. But this is something that I've been doing for years, you know what I mean, for years of my life. And I'm very good at it. And it's a blessing and a curse. I've been told that I have this ability to compartmentalize my emotions for whatever the time is. It works in a lot of circumstances and it doesn't work in a lot of circumstances. So Okay, yes, indeed, for me, it's tragic as well. And yes, I understand how other decisions that could have made on many parts. It's not just sure have it come to know we need to move forward. Yes, yes, silly mama, yeah. And that's what the therapist is saying. Like, don't let it drag you down, and you know you kind of just gotta press forward. No, no, off the tripod, baby, off the tripod. You just have to. Okay, here. I'm sorry. His tablet. He just handed it to me because he wants to play with it. So here you go. It's I don't care for the baby to have a whole lot of screen time, but it's the only saving grace that I have. So yeah, you gotta push through it, and I know the only way to get past grief is to go through it. So because I got a baby here, I can't just go through it for 2 weeks, right? I got to keep him alive, right? So it's a functional depression. I'm functional. He's alive. He's eating. He's well. He's healthy. I make his appointments. I make it to work. I manage to be productive. Hold on, let me come on, baby. Here, turn it down. Hopefully, it's not too loud. Let me know if his music in the background is too loud. Hopefully, we don't get copyright strikes because he's playing his tablet. But yeah, so it's functional depression. I have to go through my grief when I get the opportunity to do that. Unfortunately, there isn't a lot of opportunity because I haven't had any time to myself in a long time. So it's just a lot. Um, yeah, this is a whole life changing event for me, and you totally understand. I have to put on a show as well to my children. Have you thought of therapy? I've been in therapy for a very long time, so I know I'm in family therapy. Answer my question. Okay, I know I'm trying to catch up, y'all. I know for me, it's a change. Makes one. Yes, the children is a different ballpark. Yes. Um. Oh, yeah. It's hard having youngins. You know, it's hard. It's hard. So especially when they can't fend for themselves, right? He can't get up and get a meal on his own, right, baby G? So it's like I have to get up and do that as much as I don't want to. I'd rather lay in the bed and sleep all day, but I can't because he wants to be up, he wants to be running. And I try really hard to not be super emotional around him because he doesn't really understand it, but maybe he does. Because I did have a couple of meltdowns where I was crying and I couldn't stop it. You know, I just couldn't stop it, and I was trying to cover my face, and he was trying to take my hands from my face. And then when he realized that I was crying, he kind of just leaned in and gave me a kiss. It was the sweetest thing, and it's just, and all I could say is, I love you, and I wouldn't change the world, you know, for all I went through to bring him here. You know, I not for the world. I wouldn't change a thing. And it's hard, but you know, it's his life. Life is hard. You know, this would be hard whether I had him or not. So is it harder because I have him? Yes. But I don't regret anything. You know what I mean? Yeah. Sometimes I do feel stuck, but I know in a situation God gives us the way it's going to accept it. Sometimes having meltdowns, okay. Yes. Sometimes you just don't have a choice but to have a meltdown. High dualist inquiry. My average day. These days, my average day is get up, or I should say my average weekday. Get up, get his you know, sitter lunch, like his milk, his water, his snack. Now he's at a point where I don't have to pack a lunch for him. The sitter will provide lunch, so that's a lot easier on me. Um, I'll, you know, get his milk cups, his water cup together. He'll wake up in the middle of that, usually by 7. I want him up and out of the bed so that he can, so between 7 and 7:30 he's eating breakfast, and then after he eats breakfast, it's time to get us ready. So we get ourselves together for me to drop him off because I want to be out of the house by 8:30 in the morning to drop him off. Thank goodness the sitter's close. If I get out of here by 8:30, I can be back home by 9 o'clock to start my workday. And then I'm in my workday until about 5:15. I have to leave my house by 5:15 or I'm late picking him up by 5:30. I pick him up, come home. I try to decompress a little bit, but then I have to think about dinner. Sometimes I'm too exhausted to do that because my work is very mentally exhausting. I'm like critically thinking all day long. So I am extremely exhausted by the time I have to pick him up. And so sometimes I'm even on a call on my way to pick him up because, the conversation has to continue. And so I come back home. Sometimes there's a little bit more work to do when I come back home with him. Sometimes there isn't. Sometimes I intend to get back to work and I'm just too exhausted to do that. Eventually, he does get dinner. I try to watch some TV to have some semblance of a normal life. He'll fall asleep anywhere between um, 8:30 and probably 10:30 at night. Sometimes if I'm tired enough, I'll try to get him to sleep. And usually I'm asleep before him or I'm trying to hold him down so that he can just kind of calm down and fall asleep because he gets very rambunctious when he's tired, right? So, and then once we go to sleep, that's it. You get up and do it all over again, unless I'm trying to catch up on something. And that would typically mean I'm up at 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning trying to get some work done until 6:30, which is about the time he might wake up. If he doesn't wake up at 6:30, I might have that extra half hour to do something else around the house. Heaven forbid that is trash day that morning because I got to get all the trash out, pull that to the curb. So it's just that's my typical day, really. It's wash, rinse, repeat during the week. And on the weekends, all I want to do is sit and just be. And it's even more exhausting to have to be out, go places. I most of the time get groceries delivered. So that's also helpful. I've been doing that since I gave birth. Um, I will, schedule some pickup of groceries, which I'll either do on my way back from dropping him off at the sitter if I have time that morning, or on my way back from picking him up from the sitter. So that's how we managed to get food in the house. Other than that, it's been Uber Eats, which I'm basically going broke on Uber Eats, and especially if I want to get my weight down, I got to cut that out. Period. So that's where that is. So hopefully that answers your question. It was very long-winded, but the day is pretty much the same during the week. The weekends are a little bit more lax, but I'm trying to get a bit more rest. But usually Saturday mornings I'm up and I'm picking up all his toys and trying to clean up and make some semblance of my house. And I'm vacuuming and I got 3 cats in here as well. 2 of them are sickly. So I'm also running this carpet cleaner a lot as well. So it's just, I feel like I'm always doing something and none of it is for me. So it is what it is. I try as best I can. But now that I'm trying to get exercise back in, now when he's eating breakfast, I try to get a quick exercise in while he's in the high chair eating his breakfast and see if he can feed himself. And so I'll use that 20 minutes of time, but that means I have to, get his lunch and stuff ready um, before he eats breakfast. So it's I'm trying to turn it into a routine so that I can keep doing it and not miss it, but it's an adjustment and it's hard. All right, so let's get back to the comments. I feel like I was just talking forever. Also have to deal with my kids' emotions as well. Keeping our daily routine is difficult. Yes, especially if you have tweens. It's a lot to handle there. I'm glad you came on. God brought you on right on time. Did he? I feel like I need, I isolate, so this is sort of a way of reaching out and kind of getting out there and, interacting with people because I need that, right? So I isolate, like I said, I go under my rock and my bubble. So I got to come out somehow, sometimes. So, I'm trying to get back to it. Exhausted. Just listen. I'm telling you, it's a lot. It's a lot. This is one of them. I ask myself every single day, do I really want another one? And I do. I do. And I feel like, having another one with them close together might not be so easy at first, but I think after a while they'll entertain each other and I'll get to do things. Things will be a lot easier for me, like cooking dinner, right? He won't be so concerned about what I'm doing in the kitchen when he can't be in there with me if he has a playmate. You know what I'm saying? So uh, um, so in those aspects, I think having a second would make life a little easier. It's interesting though because I do have a mom friend that I've made here in Orlando, and we've been hanging out. Her daughter is about 3 years old, and I'm a glutton for punishment. And like I said, I try to help people. She just had a baby, so I had her daughter for 2 days, I think 2.5 days, 3 nights, while she and her husband were in the hospital giving birth. And that was also during the 9 week stint that I didn't have a sitter. So it's like, I come on to work and I'm talking to people and I'm like, sorry for the daycare noises in the background. There's mommy daycare. And it's just like, yeah, I'm a glutton for punishment. I got two now that I'm mommy daycare. It's like, I don't know, I'm crazy, but I offered that to her because they don't have any family. And I see the need because I don't have any family here. So if I have my second, who's gonna watch my baby while I'm in the hospital, right? So I get the need, and I wanted as a friend to help her. And her daughter can be a handful. Uh, that's saying the least. Because she can be a handful, but I can handle kids. You just gotta have a stronger will than them. But it was, for the most part, it was fine. And her daughter's a bit defiant, but so was my kid. He's a bit defiant too. So just a lot of timeouts. But in general, it made my workday a little easier because they entertained each other. And it wasn't a whole lot of fuss. I mean, you still got to keep an eye on them, but it wasn't a whole lot of fuss. And it was a glimpse into what my life might be after baby number two, so, and I got an idea that I could do it. It does take a village, don't get me wrong. If you can get your mom tribe together, so you can catch your breaks. And I think that's where the issue is for me. I don't get a break um from him, and it's not that I'm not offered, like my neighbors all the time say, that they'll babysit, but I don't know, I just kind of feel like, he's my kid. I don't want to just push him off somewhere just because, you know. So I probably need to get a little better at, taking days off of work while he goes to the sitter. I can at least have the day to myself, or a few days using my vacation time a little bit more wisely. I do need to get better at that, and that would help, instead of, kind of hoarding all my vacation time into like holidays and whatnot and taking like whole weeks. I really need to, kind of take random Fridays or something like that off during the year so I can get those breaks in. So I guess if that's any advice I could give to somebody looking to be a single mom is, plan your breaks. If you got a sitter, like take a day off to yourself. Like I haven't been able to get my hair done. Like these braids here, I did myself because my hair was looking erect. And I needed to do something with it that would make it easier on me. And so I put these box braids in my head for that reason, so I can look like something every day instead of looking like who's what's it. Okay. And I was just talking to my hairdresser just yesterday, either yesterday or Friday. I was talking to her, and she said, I know it's been a while since since I've seen you. I figured you done did something. I said, girl, I done put some box braids in my hair, and I've been on YouTube trying to decide what I want to do next. I'm thinking some rope twists, and I was just trying to, get my little tutorials and all of that stuff together. And I said, I got to make a decision. I'm gonna put these twists in my head because I'm getting sick and tired of these. But I'm gonna put rope twists in my head, or I gotta find a way to get to the hairdresser. So I haven't made the decision yet. I gotta make it soon because I'm ready to take these out. So it's a lot. It's a lot, and I don't like to complain. So I kind of just do what I can do. Have I thought about hiring live-in nanny or a family member to come stay 2 nights a week? I've did I don't want nobody living with me. I know that probably sounds a little like I don't know. I don't want nobody living. So no au pairs. Um, and as far as family, I don't have any family in the state of Florida. I mean, my nieces were the only family that I had in the state of Florida. When I moved here, I had no family here. My nearest family members are probably ATL. I got some cousins in Atlanta, and then the next ones I've got some aunts and cousins in North Carolina, and then it spreads out from there. So I don't have any close family nearby. So it is what it is. I either gotta keep building my mom tribe, just to kind of have these breaks. It is nice to go hang out. I do hang out with my mom's friend who's here. I hang out with her, at her place, or but she just had a baby, so now we just kind of hang out at her place. But even before, we go on walks, or just to get some exercise, or we were hanging out at SeaWorld. This is we met during the pandemic, and before things got too bad. And then I was happy to at least be able to hang out with her, because she was very careful about the vid, and I was very careful about the vid, and we were comfortable with each other, hanging out with our kids, hanging out, because we were careful about who we were around. So that's been great. So I haven't been completely like isolated, and that's been an extreme blessing. An extreme blessing. So live in nanny. Okay, yeah, you're the only parent in the house. Mom and dad, I'm always hopefully, I want a nanny. I always wanted a nanny. It's a big consideration. Yeah, I just it's crazy, because when you're the only one here, there's nobody to run interference. You know what I mean? There's nobody to run interference with the kids. So if I got to go to the bathroom and he wants me to hold him, it's put him down and let him cry, or sit there forever until he doesn't want to be held anymore. Sometimes I just got to let him cry. Or if I'm trying to make a meal in the kitchen and he's on the other side of the gate screaming at the top of his lungs, throwing stuff over the gate, because he's on that side of the gate and I'm on the other side, what can I do? Like, I need him contained. I have no way of running interference. He doesn't really, like I said, he doesn't get a lot of screen time, so TV doesn't really work. He's got all the toys in here. He just wants to be where I am. Maybe that's the clinginess. Maybe this is the phase. Hopefully it's just a phase, and eventually he'll grow out of it. But I don't know. Sometimes I just gotta let him cry. It is what it is. It'd be nice to have somebody running interference while I do that kind of stuff, but otherwise it doesn't get done. Or if he's hungry, well, I gotta make the dinner. You gotta let me make the dinner, and he's too big for me to hold while I do it. So decisions, gotta make the decisions, and they're not always easy decisions to make. 1-year-old son, I work full time, but I have a husband, and my mom helps. God bless you. You so much on your shoulders. I wish we lived in the same area. I would help you. Thank you, Phoebe. You will be surprised. I think all the people I talk to the most don't live in the state. They live so far away. They all say the same thing. I wish I was there. I wish I was there. And that was part of my plan, being on maternity leave so long, building a mom tribe, so we'd have this sort of group of moms, people you could call in case of emergency and all that kind of stuff. And the pandemic just came in and took all of that away. Like, it was like impossible to build a tribe during that time. So I don't know, maybe now, in here, maybe now that the world is opening up, there may be some opportunity to do that. But yeah, it's tough. It's tough. It ain't easy. It ain't easy. I know school is about to start, so there's 3 out of 5 that'll be in school. But I still want a nanny. I need my hair braided as well. It's a lifesaver. Yes. Yes. And I'm telling you, and this 30-inch hair, okay? It's just in a bun right now. It takes a long time, and that means I lose sleep. I lose sleep because I have to do this uninterrupted. right? And otherwise, it'll never get done. And that means I'm doing it in the middle of the night. I started this at like, I want to say 1 o'clock in the morning, and I went until he woke up. And I only got about halfway done, and I had to go to chiropractic and acupuncture. Child, listen, the back half of my head was braided up, the front half was not. I picked it all up like this, rolled it around in a bun, and left my house. I can't be concerned. I can't be concerned. So it is what it is. It's a work in progress. I got to be here for these appointments. I'm in here and I'm out of here, and I go back home and finish my head. It's all I can do. I got to do what I can do when I can do it, and that's the reality. I'm like 1 minute behind on chat due to my alarm. Okay. No worries. Florida is one of my favorite places to live, but I will not have no family there if I move there now. Here in Texas, I do have family. They've been helping me. Most of them are sick. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that they're sick. Yeah, it's tough. Even when you have family, that don't necessarily mean that they'll help or that they can help the way you need. So it's just tough. Which is why, here we go, baby. Which is why I constantly question whether I want a second or not. And I do want a second, and it's kind of do or die. I'm running out of time. So I gotta get there. Yeah. It's a here. Let's turn this down, baby. 'Cause that's loud. I can't even hear myself think. Okay, you don't want me to turn it down. Don't turn it back up. Okay. It's a new journey for me. Being a single parent, never wanted to be one. I want to say nobody asked for this, but that's kind of hard to say as a single mom by choice, right? But this was not my plan A, right? This was plan B. So I'm not going to say I asked for it. This is something I had to do out of circumstance. It is what it is. But as a single mom or as a mom with a husband, it still takes a village, right? You need people around you, even if you had a husband, maybe your husband's always at work, or your spouse, or your partner, maybe they're always at work because, they're trying to, make the bacon. So you can live the life you become accustomed to, or maybe they're just not as present as they probably should be. None of that's guaranteed. And in general, having children, it takes a village. It's more than just the people in your household. You need other people around you, because even as the parents, you need time to take a break from the kids. You need time together, right? So you need someone outside of the house who can help, right? That's the village. So either way, you need the help. That's how my kids are there forever in my room. Yeah, and everywhere. Oh, what happened to my mouse here? All right, sorry. This kid did something, and I lost my mouse for a little bit. Okay, so he's like right here. Where was I? All right, I'm gonna try to catch up with the comments. You can get a nanny, but she doesn't have to live in your house. She can come to your house every day. Yes, but to do what? That's the whole, like, if he's at the sitter, what do I need the nanny for? She's a night nanny. She gonna come after I pick him up from the sitter. I guess that would have been more helpful when I didn't have the sitter. But I just kind of feel like I'm home. What am I paying you to do? Right? Are you taking him somewhere? I don't know that I want that right now. So it's just, I don't know. That's something I would have to think through. I'm not shooting anything down too much, but also it's also a pandemic, right? Because my sitter's a private sitter, which is why I didn't have her. If she's sick or she's out or decides to take the day, I don't have a sitter. What I need is the backup. And the problem with having or getting a backup is it's more exposure, right? It's other kids, it's other families, it's other people, and it's just more exposure pandemic wise. Like if we weren't in a pandemic, I would have had a backup sitter. That would have been an issue. But because it's a pandemic, I'm just trying to limit his exposure because his exposure is also my exposure. So that's what makes it hard, and it's not easy. But for me, it's kind of like better safe than sorry. And there was a early on in the pandemic, there was a 3-month-old baby here in the Florida state who caught the vid from the nanny, and then the rest of the family caught it from the baby. So you know, it's hard in general. So I it's a tightrope that I'm trying to walk the line between sanity and safety. You know, and in general, we all have to do what we have to do. I don't think I've reached the point where I absolutely have to, get the second sitter because I'm just literally going to go crazy if I haven't reached that point yet. I got really close during the 9 weeks, but I haven't quite reached that point just yet. Yeah, I do need a mom job. It's funny because my mom, probably like you said, is somewhere else. Yeah. I mean, it's great to have people to talk to over the phone, but it's even better if they got kids that your child can play with because he's an only child right now. Can you imagine the pandemic having no other kids? Like he wouldn't be socialized really at all if he wasn't going through to the sitter, right? And all of those kids are older than him. So it's just a lot older than him. So it's, uh, what do you do? Right. What do you do? I'm rocking wigs. Hopefully I can get my braids this week. Yeah, I am not a fan of wigs. I don't know. I just haven't gotten into them. I've tried on a few though that I thought were really cute. I just don't know if they're really functional for me. I don't know. Maybe if I make one myself, I might want that. Maybe a braid wig. That's something. That's something. Now I want braids. I see all those pretty braids with pretty braid styles. So I'd be like, okay, girl, do your thing. That would be me. Yes, yes. Just watch your edges. Watch your edges on the braids. We want to hold on to those. Hey, Dessa for greatness. Thanks for thinking of me. I wouldn't mind a maid, and then it would be nice just to give me maybe 6 hours to do it. A maid, now we talk, right? But I would love to have a maid come in here like once a month, right? That would be awesome. Like come in here, do a whole house cleaning once a month. That would be great. Only reason why I haven't hired a maid yet is because I have a lot of personal things. Like I got a business, and I'm just used to leaving paperwork out and around. And I feel like I need to get to a point where all that kind of stuff is put up. So like bank statements and checkbooks and all of that. I need to get to a point where that stuff is put up so I don't have to worry about something sliding out of here. And blame it on my mom who got flim flam long before I was born and never trusted anybody coming in the house. So like that's just kind of the mentality that I kind of grew up with. Somebody want to come in here, they might slide out of here with something. And the thing about it is, I leave so much stuff around. It would be weeks, probably months before I even noticed it slid out of here. So that's my fear with a maid. And I know they're like trusted people, recommended people, and all of that great stuff, but I have trust issues. I have trust issues. It is what it is. And I need these things put away so that they're not tempting to somebody. And that I'm comfortable with knowing nothing important slid up out of here. So that's the only thing with a maid. Other than that, I would totally have one in here once a month. As long before I even got pregnant, I would have had a maid coming in here once a month. I just paid the people to come clean out my yard, my front yard, my side yard, and my backyard. It cost me a grip because of all the work that needed to be done in my backyard. And if y'all seen the video of me cleaning out my backyard, I was up on my roof. I got the leaf filters on my gutters to keep so I don't have to clean the gutters out no more. But y'all seen me clean out my backyard before I got pregnant with baby G. So That was a job and it cost me a grip, right? But I'm so glad that they did it. I'm so proud of the yard. The yard was just getting out of hand. 9 weeks with this baby, not having a break, no time to get out there to mow my yard. And that, that was a lot. That was a lot. And a big step for me to like call somebody and say, hey, can you come do my yard? And paying somebody to do it. That was a lot for me, but I'm glad I did it. And the yard needs mowing again. And I think I'm about to call him again. So I don't know. I struggle with these things, y'all. I struggle with these things. No diss to wig wearers, but not the wigs. That's the thing, Deandra. That's what it is. They're usually like heavy, but I think wigs have come a long way. They're not as heavy as they used to be, right? They used to be extremely heavy. But now they're not as heavy as they used to be. But also, I just feel like I'm hot with my own hair. And I feel the same way about like weaves, like even like a sew-in weave, that's just kind of like not my thing. Like I'll do extensions, I'll do, maybe something temporary, like a ponytail weave or something for a special event. But it's just never been my thing. Never been my thing. Hey, baby G, that's not for greatness. Say hey, he's right here. He's on his tablet, staying out the way. Let's see. I do really want a nanny, honestly. I should have got one 2 years ago. But I'll tell you what, my manager at work said he and his wife tried everything, and finally they ended up with an au pair, and they're like, it's the best thing ever. So, there is something to the whole nanny thing. No shame in it. I don't want nobody living with me. That's all. I don't want nobody living with me, so the au pair's out. And he goes to the sitter. So what do I need the nanny for? And to be quite honest, the nanny is more expensive here. But I do need to work on a backup for my sitter. I do need to do that. About 2 months ago, me and my baby and her. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Yes, blessings. That y'all didn't end up in the hospital, but I've never been so sick in my entire life. We have to continue to be careful for sure. Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, I'm glad y'all made it through and you're here to tell a story. So a lot of people are not. So that is a blessing in itself. Blessings to y'all. Missed the beginning. Would I recap? Real quick recap. That's it for greatness. Not a whole lot. Just that I consider myself functionally depressed. I had a 9-week stint of not having a sitter. During that 9-week stint, a mom friend of mine gave birth, so I kept her 3-year-old daughter for 2.5 days and 3 nights. During that 9-week stint, I all but pulled out my hair. And I'm just trying to get my life right now. And I also mentioned that I am going to post my year-old videos that I have not posted yet. I am going to post them in chronological order, so you can expect to see those. And also my journey to lose weight and then stop losing weight and then get my life and the things I've been doing to just trying to keep myself out of the dark black hole of the place that I was falling into. So those videos are important to me because that's just what I was trying to do to keep myself sane and to keep myself from falling way too far under. And I think they helped to a certain extent. But it's just a lot going on and I'm just trying to keep it together. Just trying to keep it together. This is part of it. I've been trying to go live for weeks now, y'all. Y'all have no idea. Every weekend, I've been saying for months, actually, or I don't know, I can't really say months, but definitely for weeks. I've been saying I'm going to go live. I'm going to go live. I'm going to go live. I just haven't had the energy. So I appreciate y'all for joining me right now. I miss y'all so much. I miss y'all so much. And I know y'all miss Baby G and kind of seeing him grow up because I haven't really been posting. So it's not like you've been getting a steady stream of him. So I apologize for that. But, life is hard. And I'm just over here trying to do my best. That's it. That is it. Let's see. Never worn a wig before. I sweat too much. I don't think I can. Hey, Latundra. Hey, boo. Hey, baby G. Latundra, say hey. You can't see him, but he waved. All right, my backyard was looking crazy as well. I'm so glad my neighbors been helping out. Actually, 2 days ago, my neighbors called. Nice neighbors, mowing the lawn, hard work. Now I have to lawn care to fix it up. Get my sprinklers fixed. Yeah, I got all my landscape lights are like gone, beat up, broken, and I put those in myself. Will I get the opportunity to put another set of landscape lights in? I don't know. See, these are things I need time to myself to do, and they take a good part of a day. You know, I would need him to like go off with somebody somewhere else, and I would do that, or I would have to take a day off of work to work on that. And it's just like I don't want to take a day off of work to do yard work. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I gotta figure it out. I gotta figure it out. Yes, I struggle with asking for help as well. I'm used to my hubby helping out, doing and calling shots and making and stuff like that. But hey, it's me and the kiddos now. So I'm the big boss. Yes, yes, yes. And don't be afraid of child labor laws. I'm all about child labor. Okay. So listen, when baby G grows up and he's big enough to push a mower, he's gonna be out there mowing that one, okay? It's time to help. Okay, this is how you earn your keep. All right. So mommy worked really hard to bring you here, and I'm not trying to make a slave out of you or nothing like that, but this is how you earn your keep. And also how I can teach you to become a responsible adult. You get your own place. This is something you're gonna have to do. And this, you know, chores. Chores are important. Okay. They're very important. So that's gonna be that. I'm working hard to like, try to spend time, and I've got the working mom guilt too. Like even during the 9 week stint, I'm working and he's home. Like, yeah, he's home with me, but I know he's not getting the attention that he would get if he was at the sitter. So I have guilt about that because I have to focus on what I'm doing, but I can't completely focus because I got to keep an eye on him. And then he's at this age where he knows when I'm on my phone, and he doesn't want me on it because he wants me to pay him attention. If the laptop's in my lap, he's making a fuss because he knows the attention is on the laptop and not on him. So there's a lot of guilt, and it's very difficult, and I just pray that he doesn't have those meltdown moments while I'm on a customer meeting that I'm leading. You know what I'm saying? Which means I'm spending a lot of time off of mute. So, and he's screaming like a banshee in the background, so I've been very blessed in that regard. Or if I had a meeting that was like that, it was like during his nap time, because thank goodness he can sleep up to 3 hours as a nap, right? So that's a time that I actually get to like take some deep breaths and kind of sort of focus on some things. But sometimes I take those moments to myself, which means I'm breaking my work day to take a moment to work on my sanity. Mental health is health, right? And you got to work on that every day when you can. And when he's sleeping, that's the only time I was getting to myself. And so if that was during the work day, that doesn't mean, I got, up to 3 hours to focus on work. No. Sometimes I needed that time to breathe and try to decompress and, pull me back down. And sometimes that meant work wasn't getting done. But what can I do? Either I'm some kind of productive or I'm not productive at all. You don't want the insane me running around here talking to customers and other employees. Like you don't want that version of me. She's not pretty and she's not nice and she's totally opposite from me. And trust and believe there is a monster that lives within that I have worked very hard to tame, and tolerance becomes very low when you're stressed out. So I just don't have tolerance to deal with customer shenanigans, coworker shenanigans, manager shenanigans, and I just get quiet and don't say anything. Now I can hold my tongue, but I'm not that great at pulling my face just yet. I can have a good poker face, but sometimes what I'm thinking is written all over here. So I'm happy to be home and not on anybody's video when that kind of stuff happens. Because I twist my face quite a bit these days. All right, I hear you. You know, it's interesting. My coworker, one of my coworkers, she's kind of new to the team. I've been at my company over 9 years now. I just crossed the 9 year mark in March. And this one coworker, she joined the team, I think, while I was on maternity leave. So we've been, it's been over a little over a year since I've been back to work with the baby. And I'm just now sort of, I want to say in the last few months, been able to work with this particular she's new to the team, and I was placed on a project really to be a resource to her because she wasn't, I guess, the most well versed or what have you. And I do get remarks from other coworkers about her, about how long it takes her to do stuff or whatever. And really, she's just learning. And the problem is she hasn't had the proper guidance, right? And maybe that's why I was placed on the project. In my mind, I feel like I've been placed on a project to babysit her, which I don't feel like is the best use of my time. But also, somebody's got to sort of train her and groom her a little bit. And she expressed to me while I was working with her on something, she says, Tamika, I don't know how you do it. I can barely manage my own life, and I don't have kids. I don't have a boyfriend. Just seem to be doing it all with the baby at home, right? Because last week my sitter was on vacation, so he was home with me all this past week. And I said, well, don't envy it. It's not easy. Um, and she's like, you just make it seem like, no, I'm just not a complainer. Trust me, this is hard. And don't envy somebody else's life. You know what I'm saying? So you just don't know what's going over there. But also, I grew up with a very high stress life, right? So I can deal a little better in high stress situations than a number of people, or I should say, than regular people, right? Because I grew up in such chaotic circumstances. So I've kind of been groomed to deal with chaos in a way that makes it look like I'm not, complaining or that it doesn't bother me. And it's not that it doesn't bother me because it does. It's just I've learned to cope a little better than others. And she's got a lot going on. Like, some woman was killed by a homeless person behind her apartment building. She's afraid to leave her place. The last time she walked her dog, a different homeless person, you know, threatened to stab her dog. So she's afraid for her life, and she's going through it, and she doesn't know how to deal with that and the pressures of work. So it's something I've had a lot of years of practice at, and all I can do is preach to the choir and give her the same advice that I should give myself, and that is mental health is health. If you need to take some time off, take some time off. Don't let don't don't look for opportunities at work to take time off. You know, illness and death are not convenient for anybody, right? When you need to take the time, you take the time. Don't let the job kill you. And really, I'm saying that to myself, right? Because I have that same problem. Like, oh no, I can't take time off now. Like, the work is too crazy. I couldn't possibly take a day off. When in fact that's not true, right? I could really take it. Look, I'm sick. I can't do it today. I'm sick. you know, People do it all the time, but I have a hard time doing it. And so, but it's a lesson that I'm still learning. And if I can pass that to her and tell her, don't let the job kill you. Don't do it. You got to take some time off. Take some time off. You got traumatic events. So, and she was real appreciative. Whether she'll take that advice or not, I don't know. But I'm trying not to groom her to be me. Exactly. Putting your whole life into work. There's got to be a balance, and I'm still working on my other coworker friend joked when I was complaining about how many vacations my sitter was taking, and she said she has a better work-life balance than me. And it's true. She has a better work-life balance than me. And so I'm like, I haven't taken any time off at all. She's been on like 3 1-week long vacations. Like, what's up? So it is what it is. I got to get better at it. I think a lot of us could probably be better at that. And priorities have changed, so I have to get better at it. I just don't know where to start. I don't. Anyway, all right. Back to the comments. What have I been missing? Still desire brotherhood. So let's take it down this day. When you say this was option 2, believing and praying. See for 2021. Yes, girl. Yes. Maybe we could be preggo together by the end of the year. Who knows? We'll see. We'll see. Yeah, yes, it's very hard to tame the beast from within. And I always joke that there's a special brand of crazy that runs on my mother's side of the family. I've seen it in every one of my aunts. I've seen it in my mother. I've seen it in every one of my sisters, and I've seen it in myself. I know it's there. It manifests itself a little differently in everybody. Some people are a little bit more explosive. I'm a little bit more quiet and internal and vindictive. I've worked very hard to tame that beast. And, people try you. People try you. And it is hard to keep that beast tamed. But when the beast is out, it is not pretty. It is not pretty at all. And people are like clutching their pearls like, what? That's not the Tamika I know. No, it's not. I worked very hard to not be that person, but I can be that person if you really want me. So sometimes you got to remind people where you're from. You know what I'm saying? You be in corporate America a little too long, people think you're soft, and they forget where you're born and raised. You know what I'm saying? I got to remind them of the no affiliate. You know? Yeah, that's my little one does too. Yep, trying to start up my business. It's been challenging getting it done. I say one day listen, one moment at a time, not one day, not 1 hour, one moment at a time. It'll get there. It's a marathon, not a sprint. You'll get there. You'll get there. I'm so behind on my business stuff, but I need time and focus. And right now, my baby needs my time and focus when I'm not working. So I gotta, you know, decisions. But I'm not gonna give up on my business though, and I'm actually thinking about some other business opportunities that might be a little easier to do, but I don't know. I'm trying not to invest coin until we see what baby number 2 looks like. Mental health is key. Yes, 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 yes. Yes, silly mommy for life. I can only do so much. I'm one person and there's only 24 hours in a day. I put in that order for my clone so many years ago. That order's still pending. I don't know how long that order's gonna be out of stock, but hopefully it come in stock soon so the clone can come in here and do all the hard work and then I can do all the stuff I really want to do. You know what I'm saying? Oh, thank you, Dustin, for greatness. I'm not trying to be a benchmark. I'm just trying to do the best I can. We are all just trying to do the best we can out here. Like seriously. I'm not trying to be better than the next person. I'm just trying to be the best me I can be every single day. Hopefully better than I was the day before. Always room for improvement. How long have you been in? Oh, nine at this job, 9 years. Like I said, March was 9 years. So what's this? April, May, June. Almost a year, about a year and 3.5 months. Now, prior to me being with this company, I worked for another company for 8.5 years. So I've been in my profession. Ooh, I feel old every time I say this. I've been in my profession for now 17, almost 18 years. So, whew, that's a lot to say. That means I've been out of college a long time. I've definitely been out of high school for a while. You all saw my 20-year high school reunion. But I've been out of undergrad for a while. And I'm starting to feel old, y'all. Ooh, I'm starting to feel old. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you, Dustin, for greatness. Yes. Let's see. Let's just say, having the kids by myself is a little bit easy for me. It's easy, but dealing with the other aspects of parenthood. It's a juggle. Yeah, it's a juggle. There's always going to be some guilt there because now you're responsible for it all. Somebody's got to pay the bills. We got to keep a roof over their head. There's got to be electricity. It's got to be on. The water's got to be on. There might be a gas bill. I don't have a gas bill here in Florida. Everything in here is electric. So, you know, someone's got to pay the bills. So you got to work. You got to work. You got to work. Whether it's working for yourself or working for somebody else, you got to work. And being an entrepreneur, even working for yourself, there isn't a whole lot of time to yourself in the beginning of that until you become super successful and it starts to run itself. There's even less time than say working for somebody else. So there's a lot of guilt in that. There is a lot of guilt, and I need to change my mindset. Like I'm a parent now. I've never been great at like taking vacations. Like I would take time off because the time was use it or lose it. I had to take it. So I'm taking time off, not really taking vacations. And I want to say I was taking vacations before I started TTC. I've been to a number of countries in this world, but I want to get back to taking vacations. Like, and I wanted to do that. The pandemic has kind of put a lot of that on hold, but I need to, like, coming into this year, I didn't like plan to do anything with baby G. I didn't plan like any kind of vacations where him and I could just go and do something fun and just enjoy each other. You know what I'm saying? Where he could just have me for a week, at least. I haven't done that, and I really need to do that. And that's going to be my goal going into next year, is really planning family vacation so that he and I can get our time together. And I'm hoping that my journey to baby number two doesn't interfere with that. So maybe I'll go on a baby move with baby G before baby number two gets here. But if I get pregnant, like I'm putting it out there in the universe, baby number two is coming, right? So I'll definitely do a baby moon with baby G just so he can get that last bit of time with me, whether we go anywhere or not. But I think I need to think for the fall really about taking some vacation time and just he and I getting out of the house and going somewhere. And I have not done that, and I really need to get on that. That needs to be part of getting my life, because that working mom guilt is there, and I need to make sure that that time is scheduled for us and that there's no interference there, because he loves his mommy and I love my baby J. So I gotta make time for us instead of just trying to get through the day. I've got to make sure that happens. Yeah, we did that as a team versus group. So, yeah, yeah. Um, so working on me for sure. But I just take care of okay, okay. She had total knee replacement. That's a pretty quick recovery. Hopefully she's doing okay. Destined for greatness. I know my mom had her knee totally replaced a long time ago. She was back on her feet like within a few days. So, but I know it can be an extended recovery, but hopefully she's doing okay. Let's see. Hey Mona, how you doing? Oh, yes, yes. Praying for her recovery. Let's see. Silly mommy, praying that God is working on my next husband one day. Child, listen. Now y'all heard my little story time on my date well TTC. What did I call him? Did I call him Robert? What? I don't know what I called him with my ex. The ex who said he never wanted to get married and never wanted to have kids. He on the second wife now. And I ain't even had a first husband, okay? Anyway, I don't know. I don't know. Me and a girlfriend of mine were just talking about how long it's been since, we've enjoyed the company of another, in a you know in a soft and warm place. And it's been a while. It's been a long while. But priorities, and I think you get to a point where you want certain things before you kind of give yourself to somebody. Or some people are just like, I just need a maintenance man. I don't think there's anything wrong with having a maintenance man. I could probably use it, but I don't, I don't even want to turn the conversation there. Okay, next question. Try not to go there either, but friendly reminders are necessary. Yes, yes. All right, Mona, you take a 2 weeks vacation in July, but it'll be a vacation for that. I want to watch my kiddo. So my vacation will be during the day when she's at daycare. Yes, yes. I need to be charged, but take some time with the baby too. You know what I'm saying? Not just, it's important for us to have our time. Like I think that's what I need to do. I think I'm gonna get off this live and then get on my work computer and work out what I have left of vacation, because this particular year I have not had a single day to my like where baby G is going to the sitter and I've had time to myself. That means all those months of um, float therapy with my membership over there. I'm paying for all these float therapy sessions, and I'm not able to take. So I need to plan some time when when I know my sitter is around, or at least when I think she's around, and take some time off, and have some time for me. But I also want to take some time where he and I can do something fun. Like, we're like always in the house. I kind of want to just get us out of the house. So whether that be, renting an Airbnb or something somewhere with like a swing set in the backyard or in a pool or something like that, and we can just hang out all day somewhere other than in our four walls, and kind of just get out and do something that's kind of safe and not like around food. So you and your kids need that time as well, where you spend quality time with the kids. So I haven't had that time with him since I was on maternity leave. So I want to get back. It's been over a year, so I want to get back and have some quality time with him. Well, no, that's not true. This year for my birthday, I did take a week off of work. That was also during the 9 week stint where I didn't have a sitter, so it wasn't really like vacation because he was home with me. But we went to the beach for my birthday. It was his first time at the beach. I'm not really a fan of the beach, but I wanted to do something for my birthday instead of nothing. And so he and I and my mom friend and her daughter, we all went to the beach, and I'm not really a fan of the sand, neither was he, but he did well for his first time, and I think he just probably just needs to go again. So that would probably be good, like maybe renting like a Airbnb on the beach or something like that, so that we could like kind of spend that time, and then I could invite my mom friend if she wants to come spend a couple days or something like that with us, because she's a stay-at-home mom. So if she wanted to do that and kind of just hang out, and we could just hang out just somewhere different, you know what I mean, just somewhere different, not necessarily around a whole bunch of people, and just kind of just enjoy time, like relax, and not have to worry about it every day, like, you know and kind of take it as it goes. Hey, TK Singleton, hey, how you doing? I see you in here. So yeah, I feel like I'm like talking up a storm. I'm so glad to see you all. These live chats are always about, you guys and the questions that you have. And I know it's been a long time since I've been on here or even posted a video for that matter. I'm just, it's a lot. It's a lot. And I'm sorry I don't have any like interesting updates. because it's all just been about my struggle. You know what I mean? It's just all been about my struggle to not fall into like a super deep depression. But I guess I could take this opportunity to do maybe a little update on Baby G. He now has 18 teeth. He has his second set of molars on the bottom. The second set of molars have not come in on the top yet, but he's got, 8 teeth up top. He's got 10 teeth on the bottom. His hair is finally starting to grow. I even bought him like a little baby do-rag. They sell those on Amazon. I'm telling you, Amazon is the devil. It is the devil. You will see when I post my old videos. It is the devil. Hey, Hope and Victory. You're late, but it's okay. It's okay. Thank you, Phoebe. Thank you. I'm just I feel bad because I never wanted to feel like, okay, I had my baby and now I'm like abandoning everybody. Because that's not the case. I never wanted to do that. Life just gets in the way. Y'all, life just gets in the way. And I do stare at a computer for a living. So staring at the computer for any longer after that to edit videos or what have you, it's difficult. It's difficult. And but I'm trying my best, and I'm trying to find my way back to y'all and to everything else, to regain some bit of like normalcy. You guys are part of the family, and I feel bad that I haven't been updating the aunties. I haven't been updating the aunties, and he's starting to talk. Like he's at that age now where like every day there seems to be like a new word, or that's what he's shaking the tripod, sorry. Or every day his speech becomes a little bit more clear, a little bit more clear. He sings a number of songs regularly. He does ABCs, Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. He does not any. Old McDonald. He does Wheels on the Bus. I think lately he's kind of been singing B-I-N-G-O. So all these songs, there are worse songs he could be singing, I'm sure. So yes, thank you, Hope and Victory. Thank you. So he's singing a lot, he's singing well. And it's funny, I've had a number of my girlfriends think that maybe he's got a little bit of musical savant in him, because I had one friend notice him singing, and she said, and he's on tone, like, she's like, watch that, because my nephew, when he was younger, would sing, and he would sing on tone, and now he's like singing in choirs and stuff like that. And then another time, another girlfriend noticed that he was singing, and she said, that doesn't sound like Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. And I said, because he's not singing Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. The melody, it was the melody of Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, but he was actually singing the end of ABCs, right? And I noticed that a lot, that when he would sing, he'd often mash up songs. And that's when I noticed that the songs had the same melody, even though the words were different. And she was like, in my 41 years, I never even realized at the end of ABC, now I know my ABCs. Next time, won't you sing with me? Is the same melody as Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, How I Wonder What You Are, right? So, and I never noticed that either before. And she said, there might be something musical in him. And I said, well, it's interesting because his donor said his brother played like something like 10 or 14 different instruments, right? So there might be something that's in him genetically to do the music and stuff. So who knows? We might have a little musical savant. He likes to sing all the time, you know, and he likes, watching the musical videos on his tablet and stuff. So there might be something there. I will have to get him more musical instruments, and hopefully it's not just more noise around the house. But we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. All right. So okay, so I am caught up here, or at least I believe I'm caught up here. So what's going on with everybody? Hold on, I can't even see who's in here. I know Sandra, uh, TCC 45. She is pregnant. Congratulations, Sandra. I know I'm so late, but I'm just gonna say it in here. Congratulations. And I know Tanika had her transfer. She did her 2 week wait video. Many condolences out to you, Tanika, on the loss of your brother. Um, and I'm trying to think what else. I've been trying to, you know what? I've been trying to get on YouTube, but I get distracted a lot. I don't know. I don't know. Thanks, TK Signature. Hopefully he'll have something musical going on so he can retire his mama. You know what I mean? Retire me early. That would be nice. Yeah, for me, since I've been in depression before, I do know the signs again. I'm doing my best to shake it up and it's going on with therapy. It was a must for me and my family. Yes, yes. I have also suffered from major depression and it's not fun. It's not fun at all. And it's very easy to slip back there. So, when you see it coming, you just try to head it off at the pass. Like I force myself to go out and do things so that I don't fall too deep because like I said, I isolate and that's not it it's cool. Like I'm an extroverted introvert. Like I like being around people, but I also like my me time too. And I like my me time sometimes a little bit too much. So that can be hard. So when you isolate a lot and you just really don't feel like being around people, it's really, really easy to slip down. I need distractions. You know what I'm saying? I need distractions. I ain't got no man to distract me. So I gotta find other things. I gotta find other things. And you all will soon find out just how many other things I've been trying to distract myself with. It's kind of crazy. But what can I do? What can I do? Hey, sure. You were here and now you're back. So welcome back. We're still here. We're still here. I did say I was only going to do an hour, but I miss you guys so much. I miss you guys so much. You all ask the right questions to just get me gabbing. I got that gift. And I like to talk. So, but I'm not going to let y'all hold me here for 3 hours. I will give y'all at most one more half hour. That's 2 hours. That's an hour longer than I wanted to be on here because I love y'all. But I can't do 3 hours. I got other stuff I need to do up and around the house because I was in the mood. I got up, I cleaned, I did this, I did that. I filmed a video earlier this morning about how I was storing the baby clothes away, all the clothes that baby G can't fit. So I'm on the road today. I want to stay on the road because tomorrow we'll be back to work. Ooh. Oh, back and forth packing to leave. Then you've been, oh, why didn't you say something? Maybe we could have, come out, did lunch or something. You're around Orlando, sure? Oh, well, you're packing to leave. You're leaving soon. All right. My mom developed a few other health issues. Oh, okay. Okay. However, as a believer, I know God for sure that this new circumstances are better from this. Yes. And you know what? You know what I'll say, Dustin, for greatness. Sometimes stuff like this steps in as sometimes as a test of what really matters to you. I know when my sister fell ill before she passed away, I felt like it was a test. It was a question of what's more important, your work or your family. And that's when I realized it was like family over everything. This particular sister I'm close to, I don't even care what's going on at work. Y'all can figure that out. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to the aid of my sister because she needs it more than I need this job. You know what I'm saying? So I get you. I get you. And sometimes, things kind of fall in line. Like, I had plans to like start my journey to baby number two, like in January of this year. And I didn't manage to lose the weight. My niece passed away and all of that. And then I thought I was getting it back together and I figured maybe I would start, April-ish, 4 months behind. Then something else happened. or what have you. And I'm just like, oh, well, the sitter. I didn't have a sitter for 9 weeks. Like, I don't know how I would have managed going through IVF and not having a sitter for 9 weeks as well. Like the amount of stress, it probably would not have been good. So sometimes things just kind of happen in an order. And I'm a firm believer that our steps are already ordered. We just have to walk the path. Be believers and walk the path. Have the faith, just walk the path. The steps are already ordered. Whatever's going to happen is going to happen. We just have to walk the path faithfully. And that's it. That's it. So I'm trying to beat myself up about not doing things the way I planned it. And just try to do the best I can every day to walk the path faithfully. And slowly but surely I get there. Slowly but surely I get there, and you will slowly but surely get there too. Slowly but surely. Navid, am I saying your name right? Navid, that's the name also. I don't know how to have a separate life outside of my daughter as far as that I really want to date again too. Yeah, but there's also so much junk out here. I know there are good people out here, and I've not given up on love, but I think love gonna have to find me now. I'm done looking. I'm done looking. I tried. Oh, that's great to hear that mom was doing that thing. Yes, yes. You always say no 3 hours, but I've been here 3 hours. I know. That's what I'm saying. Definitely not doing 3 hours today. I'm shutting it down at 2 hours. Okay. This is fair warning. I'm shutting it down at 2 hours. I don't care who asks the question, who comes in late. Shutting it down at 2 hours for sure. Yes, been less than an hour from Orlando. Oh, I wish you'd have said something. We could have got together leaving tomorrow, but I'll be back in a few weeks. New fiance. Ooh, congratulations. And I are going to Jamaica tomorrow night. Next time for sure. We love to talk TTC. Oh, I'm always here to talk TTC. I really, really am. Oh, that reminds me. I have been thinking, I sit around and I think a lot, even though I'm not doing videos when I watch TV. And I've been watching a lot of YouTube too. I've been thinking like maybe I can do like I don't know. I'm not a professional, right? But like even my mom friend with her trying to get pregnant, like she didn't even know she was pregnant, but she was telling me like some symptoms she was experiencing. And I told her, well, that sounds like you're pregnant to me, girl. I think you need to pee on the stick. And she peed on the stick and she was pregnant, right? And then she wanted like help with like breastfeeding because breastfeeding didn't go that well for her with her first child. And I was giving her some advice and all of that. And then, other people who are going through their journeys with IVF have been asking for advice or consider me some sort of TTC coach or whatever the case may be. I'm not really, I don't know. I'm just trying to help where I can. I know how complicated the process can be, whether it's IUI or whether it's IVF. I've been through both, natural, medicated, all of that. Been through both. So, and then even just helping people who are asking, like, have you had this test? Have you had that test? And, a lot of people have found success. And I'm not trying to, claim anything, but I'm just saying sometimes the more the better things are. Like knowledge is truly, truly power. So there are a lot of women who are new to the journey. And I was thinking like, I don't know, maybe I can do some sort of like segment where people ask me questions and I do my best to help. I'm not a medical professional. I can't tell you exactly what to do. I can't tell you what to do with supplements or whatever. You should always follow or at least get doctor's guidance. At the end of the day, your decisions are your decisions. You should always do your own research and all that great stuff. But I, love to help people who have questions. And I know not everybody wants to dig into the DMs. But if you have a question, like I said, I may not be here doing videos and stuff, but I do see my DMs and Instagram. I do check my email. So if you have questions, feel free to ask them. Don't think, oh, she's busy or she's going through too much. I might not get back to you right away, but I do get back to you, I think, relatively soon, before the information is not useful anymore. Or I should say, at least I try to. Right. So I was thinking maybe I could do a segment where somebody could ask a question, or maybe a few people could ask questions, and then I could just, come in here, do a live or whatever, answer those specific questions, or probably a live so I don't have to edit it. You know what I'm saying? I could do something like that. Oh, I don't know if I want to say every Friday or maybe just some random day of the week where I could come on live to answer those questions. If y'all think that would be good, maybe I can ask to get something like that started, and then that would be like maybe a little regular content, and get me on here. The only thing is that's the other thing that keeps me from coming on live as much is because I always say I'm going to come here for a little bit of time, and then I'm on here for 3 hours, and I don't always have the energy for 3 hours. So I don't know. I've been thinking that's probably a nice idea. I feel like I want to do something else. What y'all think about that? Y'all let me know. I'm decluttering as well over here. Yeah, I gotta get stuff out of my way, girl. I'm starting to feel claustrophobic by all the baby stuff. No, baby, don't touch the screen. He just scrolled all the comments, y'all. All right. I'm telling you, you're losing time on your tablet. You left it on. I should do it. Okay, TK Singleton. All right. I'm gonna put the word out for the questions. We'll see how it goes. I'm a guru. I don't know. I don't think I'm a guru, but I've done a lot of research for what I've had to do, right? And I'm happy to like answer questions. Because I don't know. I tell people all the time I know more about making a baby than I have ever wanted to know ever in life. And I'm happy to like just share the knowledge and you know allow help anybody that I can help. If you want to, if you've had maybe a couple of failures or something. Jaden, come on, baby. No, don't touch the screen. I'm telling you. Here, you want to ham it up for the camera because you touching the screen and it's messing with mommy's flow, baby. You say hi. Say hi. Look here. He's looking down here. Look up here. All through the town. All through the town. Yeah. All through the town. Yeah. The wheels on the bus. What do they do? Go round and round. Round and round. Wheels on the bus. Go round and round. All through the town. Yeah. Thank you. All right, let's see. All right, I know one day I would like to live in on God love me some Disney and I just not me to consider. Yes, just watch what condo you go in, girl. I mean, I'm not trying to make light, but hearts and prayers go out to the families affected by the people who have lost their lives and are affected by the collapse of that condominium in Miami. That is just kind of crazy. And I've been seeing some really like not great articles about what could have been done prior to this. But unfortunately greed is as greed does around here, and people's lives were at stake. Oh, thank you. Silly Bobby, thank you. Okay, bye. Okay. Alrighty. Yes. Oh, that's right. I definitely got to get off because he's got poo poo on his booty that's been sitting here for the last hour and 40 minutes. So I definitely have to go in 2 hours. Oh, yes, he does. He's singing. I told y'all he sings. He sings all the time. I told my coworkers about you. I was talking about it, Chloe, because I'm like, from you. They're like, you really do know what you're talking about. I try, girl. I try. But you know what? I just feel like there's so many women who go through this process and know absolutely nothing. They are literally blindly following their doctors. And here's the reality about fertility. Fertility is a business. Healthcare is a business here in the United States. And there are a lot of clinics here who don't want to be bothered with you If your BMI is too high, why? Because it affects their statistics, right? You're less likely to respond positively to the medications if your BMI is higher, right? So we're discriminated against. Come on, because you're in the courts. You want to get down, you can get down. Um, you know, but also when things go wrong and things are not successful, it's not in the doctor's interest to get you pregnant the first go around. Think about it. Fertility is big dollar business, right? So if I get you pregnant first go round, there's no money unless you come back for another kid, right? So I gotta maybe get it wrong once or twice so I can make some money out of it. You know what I'm saying? So I think, and I hear so many stories, and it just seems like the doctors, they don't want to explain anything. They don't want to explain the decisions that they're making. Also, it's not even that they don't want to explain. As patients, a lot of women feel like they can't ask or they're scared to ask. They don't want to tick off the doctor or whatever. Listen, you pay, the doctor works for you. Okay? The doctor works for you. Ask your questions. Why are you making that decision? Explain to me. Like, nobody's asking them to give you a medical lesson, right? But they can at least give justification for why they're making the changes that they're making, what they think might be wrong, and all of that. Like, why are you putting me on this medication? Why didn't you put me on that medication before? Why have you decided to do that now? What's the difference here? Or if you're going to do something different, how is that going to make my cycle any different? Like, we have to take charge of our health. We have to be advocates of for ourselves, and we can't be advocates of things we don't understand. That's the reality. So I want people to be able to understand what's going on, why that's going on, so they can ask the right questions. Because a lot of these doctors don't want to explain anything. They just want to do what they're doing, and a lot of times they don't want to explain because they don't know. And I'd rather have a doctor who says I don't know than have a doctor that's just guessing, throwing it up there, have no good excuse, putting me or my body at risk for something because they're throwing a Hail Mary. Don't waste my money or my time or my body or my eggs for that matter because you're throwing a Hail Mary. Let's really dig down into it and figure out what we're doing next. So that's all I want to do out here is just get us a lot more educated so that we can ask the right questions. And so I've got a few ideas for some videos and stuff like that coming out for people who are newly going into this process. Things I wish I knew, stuff like that. So hopefully if I can sit down long enough to record, that's what I'm saying. The lives are a lot easier because I don't have to edit. So maybe we can get some questions going and I can just jump on the live and really limit myself. Jump on the live at a certain time, limit myself for how long I'm going to be on there answering those questions, and then jump off so I can get back to doing what I do. You know what I mean? Oh, that's Baby G, that's for greatness. Say, hey, handsome. You live near the building that class. No. I'm in Orlando, so I'm about 4 hours away from Miami area. Yes, very heartbreaking, very heartbreaking. They're still finding people. It's crazy. It's crazy. And from my understanding, those were like $600,000 condominiums. Very expensive property. So there's a certain level of safety that you expect with a property that's that expensive. And these people didn't get it. And that's a shame. That's why I say greed is what it does. Greed is what greed does, Yep, I agree. First FET ended in miscarriage, and I put on already was not correct. FCH. Right, right. And nobody tells us about SCH. Why is it that we find out about SCH when we experience one? Why is this not listed as a risk? Because the studies show that IVF babies or IVF pregnancies are more likely to experience SCH than any other kind of pregnancy. but yet nobody warns us about it. Nobody warns us about what it is, what it may look like. You know what I'm saying? No, nobody warns us about that stuff. So why is that? Because maybe we'd be scared to spend our money if we knew that was a risk. See, fertility is a business. Fertility is a business. Yes, yes. Oh, sorry. Big advocate now. Um, about being a place for yourself and then love money in the hospital aspect of if you don't understand what's going on in the hospital. Yes, yes, because these doctors, these people will push all kinds of things. You know, like I know somebody who was pregnant, went to the hospital on some migraines. They were trying to give her medication that she shouldn't even take during pregnancy. Okay. Husband had to step in to say, whoa, 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 whoa. Is that safe for pregnancy? Oh, no, it's actually not. We should give her something different. Like, come on. You know, if you're not an advocate for yourself, who is? You know, these people are putting our lives, our families at risk, you know, and you know, as women of color or people of color, we know we don't necessarily get the same treatments in hospitals. And that goes for fertility too in a lot of places. So knowledge is power, folks. Knowledge is power. I can't say it enough. You know, the more you know, if you know better, you do better. Okay. If I knew what I knew now, my RE never tested my vitamin D from the get. Never tested my vitamin D. My IVF, my two IVF retrievals may have been more successful had he tested my vitamin D, knew that it was in the toilet because vitamin D affects your egg quality. So I might not have had to do two egg retrievals. I might not have to do another egg retrieval to get baby number two had had I known about testing vitamin D, had he tested my vitamin D and resolved that issue, I might have a different aspect. Maybe had I fought harder about being on progesterone and oil instead of taking a progesterone suppository during my first FET, that one might have been successful. I probably could have advocated for myself a little bit better than I did on the progesterone and oil, knowing that that's the gold standard for FET. I should have pushed a little harder on that, and that may have made the difference in my first FET being successful versus unsuccessful. So, you know, I don't know it all. I don't always get it right. But I'm learning from my mistakes, and these are not mistakes that I want to make again. And if I can help people avoid um, the mistakes, like I was just watching Arlette, and she was explaining her ERA and how her ERA determined again that she needed 12 extra hours of progesterone, but she did not know that there is a typical protocol on how many hours of progesterone that your body should have before a general FET, which I think she was saying 124. I think she was saying 124 hours. My understanding was 5 days, which is 120 hours, give or take six. Because it depends on the lab in which you get your ERA done. But essentially, the lab that I got my ERA done, the typical is 120 hours, give or take 6 hours for that sample. And then they determine whether you're post receptive, receptive, or pre receptive with some hours, give or take. Right. So a lot of like she didn't know that. Right. And she had her ERA last year and still didn't know that. Right. But that's not something the doctor told me. I just knew what lab was used. I went to that lab's website and I read all the doctor paperwork. Like you go to the section for the doctors, all of that information was sitting right in there for the doctor. But if you go to the patient side, they don't talk about all of it. So sometimes it's just as simple as that. Go to the doctor's side and see what you can get over there. So I went over there and I even read the instructions on how they should take the sample, what they should do when they put it in the vial, shake it for 10 seconds and all of that. And so when I got my ERA done, I was looking for all of that. Don't forget to shake it for 10 seconds. I said, That didn't. I counted. That wasn't 10 seconds. You shake it for 10 seconds because I don't want you messing up my sample. You know what I'm saying? So education is everything. And some doctors don't like educated patients. They really don't because they don't like to be questioned. But in the case of fertility, these doctors need to be questioned because they've been doing this for a long time. They have their process, right? And we know fertility is individualized. So you can't use your process on everybody successfully. So you need to veer here or veer there. Treat me as an individual. I have different needs than the last however many people that you've been treated. So let's work with that. All right, I'm gonna get off my soapbox now. And get back here. All right. Let's see. You can tell when the doctor have no clue what's going on. Like, please tell the truth. You have no clue what's going on. But like you said, let's figure it out. Exactly. I would appreciate the honesty of you saying you don't know and that you need to consult somebody else or you need to consult the book. You're human. I don't expect you to know every single thing, right? But don't just, throw a Hail Mary and waste my money. Don't do that. Don't do that. Let's be very calculated about how to make the next step. Like, I'm patient. I can't, or no, maybe I'm not that patient. I can be patient with that kind of thing. If we're going to do it, let's do it right. Not, throw some stuff up in the air and hope it falls down correctly. Yes, I should be taking supplements. Thank you, baby. Mommy doesn't need this right now. I should be taking supplements right now. I've been taking some, like I've been taking my inositol every day, my myo-inositol. But I hate popping pills. I've not even been taking like my blood pressure medication or my metformin. I know it's bad, but I'm doing what I can do, y'all. I'm doing what I can do. But yes, I'm back to acupuncture weekly, in preparation for baby number 2. I've actually been seeing my chiropractor every 2 weeks lately because I've been my back has been a little difficult, and my hips have not been doing so great lately. But like I said, I'm back to moving, so that should improve. And then as far as supplements, kind of the same old. Ubiquinol with PQQ, myo-inositol, L-arginine, NAC, I can't think of all of them off the top of my head. The prenatal, a little bit of iron, vitamin D, magnesium, so many pills. All the same ones that I was taking before. I got that video that I did for Thanksgiving before I got pregnant with baby G. All those same ones. They're listed in the description. I'm taking all of those. So all the same ones. When I can. It's a lot of pills to take, y'all. And when you're not feeling great, popping a bunch of pills for what might seem like nothing is hard to do. It's hard to do. But I am working on it. Yes, it's hard. Yes. Speak up. That's for greatness. Yes, speak up. And I learn from y'all. You know what I'm saying? I learn from other people, that I watch. I've learned a lot from Sandra's journey. I've learned a lot from Tanika's journey. I've learned a lot from everybody. Like I learned, I don't know who I learned the ERA. Actually, the ERA test. I think I learned that from watching Arlette's journey. A lot of testing my vitamin D. I'm sure I learned from watching other people's journey. Like I binge watch other people's journeys, and I have learned from them. And I just receive free, give free. Right? I received this information free by learning from their journey, and I want to give it free. And hopefully, other people are learning from my journey as well, because I would not be able to be the advocate that I've been or that I am in this journey if it wasn't for me watching the journey of others and paying close attention to what's happening, what they go through in their journeys, and just trying to see if that will work for me to my success, and that's all I want for anybody else who's coming behind me, is to maybe be able to take, what I've learned and understand why I wanted to apply these particular things to my journey so that they can be knowledgeable when they ask for it from their own doctor, because sometimes the doctor doesn't want to listen to us because we're the patient and they're the doctor. Like my RE literally said, how many years of did you spend in medical school? And I said I didn't spend any, but it doesn't take years in medical school to do some research. You see what I'm saying? Like they don't want to be told what to do. You don't want to be told what to do. But if you say, can we do this, you know, because I hear this could be beneficial to me for this reason, you'll catch the ear of a doctor who really doesn't want to listen to you. You know, sometimes you have to go at them and from a direction they can understand, you know, if you're going to be successful in them listening to you. So, and then some of them still won't want to listen, in which case I would say you might need to find you a new doctor. Just saying, you know, just so it's hard out here, and you know, and it's stressful, and we just have to. I wish we wouldn't have to be such advocates, but we do. We really do. All right, 5 minutes left. Let me catch up with the comments. All right, they say the building failed. So many building ordinances were said. It said, like you said, so many lives devastated. Sometimes bad things happen. So a change can come about an awareness of the situation. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. 1 out of 5 will end up with SCH. Yes. Yes. And now, TK, is that 1 out of 5 IVF pregnancies? Because I know I read that SCH can occur in I'm saying not can occur, but occurs in 1% of pregnancies in general. However, IVF pregnancies are more at risk of SCH, but nobody seems to know why. Nobody's done that research to see why it's so prevalent in IVF. Yes, yes. Women of color, we don't get fair treatment. No, no, we don't. No, just I want people to use me. Okay, so knowledge and having discernment is key as well. Absolutely, absolutely. I see the injustice in the healthcare system, especially for African Americans. Always okay. Yes. Yes, Latondra. Thank you for your essential service. Yes, baby. What did you push back there in that room? No, mommy's not gonna get it for you because mommy always tells you not to put anything back there. So now you have to do without it. Yep, that's your consequence. All right. Makes me sad about disparities in healthcare based on ethnical background. Yep. It's a shame, but it's, you know, and it's not just healthcare, right? It's everywhere. I know I was recently asked to be a part of kind of a diversity task force. Not necessarily diversity in general, but more specifically for African Americans for my company, you know, and because out of 1,000 people that work for my company, there's less than 15 people who identify as African American in any kind of way working for the company. That is just disparaging, right? And so what we want to do is kind of see what can be done differently to recruit more African Americans for the company, and not just recruit but retain, because apparently the attrition rate for African American companies is not great either, right? So the CEO wants to change it, and he's, you know, backing a group to try to see how to fix the problem. So I'm happy to play my part there as well. All right, 1 minute left. Back to the comments. All right, exactly. My husband in the hospital care, and no one didn't tell me he had a seizure while I was at home. Didn't find out until I went to the hospital hours later. Now that's ridiculous. Somebody should have given you a call. That's ridiculous. I don't even work in healthcare, and I know somebody should have given you a call. No, baby, that is a rotten grape. Oh, he ate it. Apparently it's good to him, but it was brown at the top. That's all right. I will be seeking just for my husband. Yes, yes. Advocate. Don't be afraid to file complaints. Plenty of places that folks can be held accountable there. Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah. And if you don't have either, you're almost left dead. Okay, because I've been in that situation too. ER with no insurance, different experience than the ER with insurance. Very different experience. Acting like there was two of me like they were talking to, and they were so dumbfounded. See, when you know stuff, then they can't get sneaky, and try to hold stuff. All right, so it's been 2 hours. I'm gonna get through the comments, and then we're gonna cut it short. Yeah, insurance dictates, and it's running a hospital how you get treated. Yep. This generation coming into healthcare don't have what the old school did. No one wants to do the side nursing anymore. Ratios are terrible. Wow. Too many patients for the nurses. Too many. They can't possibly be good bedside nurses because they got way too many patients. They can't spend the time there. That to teach you all. Yep, it is. It is. Instagram as well. Instagram is popping too with a lot of great information. Well, we can't go back, so let's start now. Yep. And leave the information for the people coming behind us because folks. So I'm going to be honest. When I got into TTC, I wasn't on YouTube looking for nothing. I wasn't on Instagram looking for nothing. I wasn't even in Facebook groups looking for nothing. I started YouTube as a personal diary for myself. I didn't even realize that there was communities out there, and I applaud all the people who are interested in this journey and have found our channels because they're interested in this journey and are really doing research on what it is, what it takes, and what their life is like, before they get into it, because it's not something that I did. So call yourself officially smarter than me. Okay. Plus, we're in a COVID world where these people only working shuts down. Oh, thank you, Pastor. Thank you. I got a lot of long-winded videos, but hopefully they're helping somebody. Hopefully they're helping somebody. Hopefully. Thank you, thank you. Hey, Miss Lex Lex. Hey, I'm over here running my mouth. Wasn't paying attention to the comments. Oh, yes, 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 yes. All right. What did I miss? What's new? Oh, Miss Lex Lex, you missed the whole thing. I'm about to shut it down. I'm just trying to get through the comments. And then I'm going to shut it down because I got to go. I can't do 3 hours with y'all today. So, all right. Also have to be more aware of your own body and your health. Don't be afraid to go to the doctor. Yes. And don't be afraid to build a team, right? Because when I was worried about my thyroid, or actually I was worried about my iodine levels, when it was taking me so long, and I took myself to an endocrinologist. Nobody, not my primary care physician, not my RE, nobody suggested that I see an endocrinologist. I took myself to see an endocrinologist, and he diagnosed me with insulin resistance. And I still see my endocrinologist. I saw him through it. I had one visit with him prior to my transfer, in which I got pregnant with baby G, only because I was concerned about something and only that particular doctor. So don't forget, all of your doctors are a team. Your primary care physician, your chiropractor, your acupuncturist, your RE, any other doctor that you see. Everybody's a team, needs to be on the same page. You know what I'm saying? Get them all on the same page. And if you can't get them all on the same page, be a liaison about all of them and make sure everybody is informed. Anytime you do blood work, make sure all your other doctors know about that blood work and all of that, and keep everybody on the same page. Build a team of doctors. It's not just your RE that's helping you get pregnant. Other people are helping you get pregnant too. Hey, Bang Bang. Hey. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Well, hopefully you go back and watch the replay because I'm about to shut it down. I'm not lying. I'm shutting it down, y'all, because we passed the 2 hour mark. I just want to get through here because I was running my mouth. Let's see. No calls. They was like they talked to me already, and I was like, no, this is my phone call. That's horrible. Oh yes, Miss Lexus, you missed him. He was singing earlier. Well, watch the replay. Hopefully, it's not too long. Let's see. Through my journey of him getting to the hospital was so difficult. It's a shame. Yes. Yes, TK. So sorry for that experience. Nobody should have to go through that. Just being in the hospital by itself is stressful. Go live more often. Yes, I should, Miss Lex. The problem is y'all like to keep me here for 3 hours. So I gotta and I'm not good at shutting y'all down. Like we already 5 minutes over. So that's why I kind of don't come on here live. Plus I gotta clean up a corner so it don't look like a mess back here, right? Y'all have no idea what's going on in the rest of this house here. I got to clean up a corner too. That's stressful. So, but I try. I'm gonna get back over here. Thanks, Christopher Greatness. Yes, yes, it's so great having you guys here. I miss you all so much. I'm gonna get back to it. Gonna get back to it. Yes. Yeah, come on, Jaden. That's the grape water. He didn't want justice. Yes. Yes. Get justice for your husband for sure. Never call the lady's name. She was beginning. The man acting this way. Oh, Boston Girl. Is it Boston Girl? Yes, yes, Boston Girl. Mm-hmm. That's not. No, 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 no. Either probably Boston Girl or Arlette. No, baby. No. Come over here. You know, spill the grape water all over my chair. Now you want to mess with this. That's why I started my YouTube channel as well. With just one of my old channels was created by a YouTube glitch. Oh, well, hopefully you still got the video, Silly Mommy for Life. You can always repost them. Hey, Sandra, sorry, I'm about to. Yeah, we'll talk. We'll talk. I'm about to shut it down here. Later on, I guess you could watch the replay. Let me see. All right, getting to the end. I'm saying bye, y'all. I'm saying bye. I just want to catch all the comments. After having my first miscarriage, YouTube was my therapy. And I wanted to see if anyone experienced it. What I went through. Yeah. Yeah. It's hard. It's hard. And sometimes you just need somebody who just like completely understands you without having to ask all the questions, the inquisitive questions, you know. Fortunately, because my husband was so stubborn and with his health, it plays a major part in how we got treated differently. Okay. Yeah. Part of my house looking crazy as well. Girl, shoot. This is probably the only clean corner right now. No, that's not true. That's not true because I had cleaned up the floor yesterday. But I'm just saying, like, it's hard, you know, trying not to look crazy out here. All right. We'll catch you next time. Have a great week. Yes, yes. Okay. So I finally reached the end. Thank you, everybody. It's always a pleasure talking to you, ladies. I'm so glad. I miss you, ladies, so much. I'm so glad to see all y'all as well. The lives would never go as long if it wasn't for you all. So thank you so much for all your questions and just being a fan of me and being a fan of Baby G. And hopefully, you know, I'm going to work on the whole like, you know, ask me some questions and I'll try to, you know, get to them. And like, I'll come in here for like a quick live or something and answer the questions as best as I can so that everybody can benefit from the answers and stuff. Just to, you know, try to keep it coming and give myself a distraction, an outlet, and all that great stuff. So thank you again, ladies. These lives are always fun. We got the baby tablet going, so hopefully no copyright strikes. But again, thank you so much. Thank you so much. And I am, again, for all those who just joined, I am going to be posting my old videos. So expect those to come. And I'm just going to be playing catch up for a while. I'm still trying to play catch up. I'm back to being a year late now. But again, I haven't filmed that much over the last year. But I just got to get to the editing. So So I can find some time to get to the editing. I'm going to start posting those old videos again just so they can be in chronological order. But I'm going to try to maintain, um, some kind of a live schedule because I don't have to edit these, right? I can just come on and talk to you all. But all right, baby G's in the Lysol wipes now. So I definitely got to go. I got to go get him because clearly he got poopy on his hands. He was digging in his diaper. So I got to go. All right. Sticky baby to all you ladies. Bye.